One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check back 21. Let's go one more.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. Under touch. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick? Derrick Henry all alone. The 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big run that time by Henry. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now throwing on first down and completing it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On third down, Wilson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 27, Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Room here to run. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now Murray off play action. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Murray now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. After 1, 17-7 is our score. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Murray now. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 39, Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Wilson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down now, it's Carson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And some room to work. The 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Kick it up, G. Go, go. 48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, Here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That is caught at the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Check, check. Check 3, check 3.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go. Watch out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Alert. Hey, check Mike 21.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
Let's go, baby.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Arizona.
Murray now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Murray keeps it himself. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
He's checking, he's checking, he's check safety, check safety. Check 24, check.
First down, Murray. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Jim. Quick dance. Go.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the delay, here's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's complete to Fuller. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson letting one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Murray with a 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
The Seahawks take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins.